Hey, thanks for tuning in to another exciting video chart breakdown brought to you by beaconequity.com. Today we're going to take a close look at YONG. YONG closed the day, which is Tuesday, December 8, 2009, up 5.5% at $9.15 on just under 2 million shares traded. And what brought our attention to YONG is we had a long downtrend at the middle of October that finally found bottom at the middle of November. It took about a month for us to fall from $12 to about $7 range. We bounced off the $7 range here, and since that point at mid-November, we've started to make higher lows and higher highs, which is the start of a new ascending channel. So let's go ahead here and zoom in on YONG and take a close look at this ascending channel. As you can see here, we did have a bounce at $7.20. At this point, the equity did rally all the way up to $9.21 before pulling back to $7.50. Now, as this equity pulled back to the 750, 770 range, we did make a higher low, meaning that the equity did not pull back all the way down to the previous low. Buyers took interest in the stock at a higher price, which is a great sign. At this point, we bounced off the bottom trend line, rallied up past $9.21 to make a new higher high at $10.19. We pulled back once again, and we held the bottom trend line for a third time, proving that it's pretty good support at this point. So our bottom trend line is fairly strong. So we're going to see if the equity does pull back, see if it continues to hold that bottom trend line right now, which is currently sitting around $8.50. If the equity moves up, we're looking for a new higher high. So what we're going to look for is a break of the $10.19 range and a possible test of $10.50 to $10.60, which is where the top trend line is currently sitting now. So let's go ahead and finish breaking down the moving average lines here and show you what the exact support and resistance are for YONG. Right now we have 20 moving average line support at $8.63. And again, we have bottom trend line support at $8.50. The resistance right now is at $9.36, which is the 50 moving average line here in red, $10.19, which is the previous high, and then $10.60, which is the current top trend line. Let's go ahead and take a look at our lower indicators here to see what else we're seeing on YONG. You can clearly see here that looking at the RSI, we are curling upwards, and we are making higher highs and higher lows as the RSI curls down, turns back up, curls down, and turns back up. So what we're going to look for in this move here is for the RSI to break possibly over the 70 line. Our last move upward here went to about 60 on the RSI 10. We're currently sitting at 53. So we're going to see if we can make a new higher high in the RSI, break through the 60, and possibly test the 70 line. If it pulls back, we want to see the RSI hold above the previous dip here at approximately 40 in value. If it holds that, that's a strong sign and a good sign for YONG. If we make a new higher high, it's also a good sign. Another thing I like about the indicators down here is you can see that the MACD line is making a nice ascending channel. Every time it dips, the dips are higher and the highs are also higher here, shown by the top trend line and the bottom trend line. So as long as this pattern continues, where the dips are higher on both the RSI, the MAC, and the lows of the candles, I think YONG is in good position to make a continued run upward. So let's go ahead and finalize our chart here. One more time, YONG is in a current ascending channel, and what that means is we're making higher lows and higher highs. As long as we continue that pattern, it should be a nice day trade and possibly a nice swing trade. Our support is at $8.63, which is the 20 moving average line, $8.50, with resistance at $9.36, which is the 50 moving average line, $10.19, which is the previous high, and $10.60, which is the top trend line. As always, this video chart is brought to you by beaconequity.com. If you have any questions, please come check us out on our website. Good luck and happy trading.